What it do, Jeff? Hefe, Mr. BTP Media Group in the house. What's up with you, bruh? Yo, man, I'm listening to the Kid Sensation's new songs. He ain't missed a step, bruh. I wish I could play it during the interview, but, you know, the Gram and Facebook and YouTube turn my shit off, man. Kid Sensation, what's up with you, bruh? You can wait till about 9:05 to get on, kid. Try and get some people on here. I'm listening to this new songs, man. This shit is kind of hot, bruh. Oh, we gonna come on now? Fuck it, let's go. Let's rock with it. Bruh, first of all, I want the hat. I'm not a Seahawks fan, but I ain't never seen a blacked out Seahawks hat.
Man,
now
he treats me well, man, you know.
Let me go ahead and put this out, cause y'all kind of did my boys bad the other day. I'm a Falcons fan, bruh. Yeah, I'm a Falcons fan, bruh.
Okay.
I'm a Falcons fan. You kind of hurt my feelings, but you know, it's all good though. So what's up with you, Mr. Kid Sensation, the teenage lady motherfucking killer?
Hey, you know, man, I'm just chilling, man. Just been waiting to kick it with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Trying to represent a little bit.
Bruh, I'm listening to the songs right now. I don't know what happened to you. First of all, when we go all the way back to the, what was that song called back then? Boom? Back to Boom. Back to Boom.
There we go.
Back to Boom,
Yeah,
bruh.
man.
We used to play that till it just hurt to hear.
Yeah.
Bruh, that was the shit. That was literally right off of, you know, right when you made your appearance known with Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
And was kind of like, I mean, what a way to step into the game right after that.
Right, man. I mean, you know, so Mix-a-Lot had me in the Posse on Broadway video. That's what really put me on, man. You know, I was beatboxing for him like as a little kid before that, but that's what really put me on, man. Was when Mix had me in Posse on Broadway.
Okay, so let's go ahead and make I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there because I do believe you were the first one to ever do a early Make It Rain. Because when he said Kid Sensation dropped at 20 and didn't even pick it up, I was like, back then I was like, he tripping. I'd have got my dub. But you were setting the standard, bruh, for future because I done did a lot of security in a lot of nightclubs. And I done had to stop a lot of fights from cats throwing their money up in the air. You was the first one to do it though, bruh.
When we was on tour, I was thinking about sending some Mix-a-Lot a bill, man, because when we was on tour, you know how many 20s, man, I had to throw off the stage, man, every time he said that line?
Bruh, he owe you a lot, because
he ain't reimbursed the brother for nothing, man. I'm like, yo.
no, he ain't. I'd have threw every show, one dub. And watch them fight over it.
I'm gonna have to send him an invoice, man. You know he
bruh,
doing all right.
Like he like, bro, you need to owe me this because this is your line. I was suckered into this.
You know what I'm saying, man? I ain't had no responsibility for all that, but I had to, you know, to make sure we wasn't, you know what I mean, put out there for false advertisement, all that. I had to go on, man, and throw it out there, man.
Yeah, yeah, you had to. I don't know. I wouldn't have been so. I'd have been upset. I'd have been on the stage, mad as hell. Looking back at Sir Mix-a-Lot, can't believe you said this. You couldn't say throw a 1, right? You had to say a 20.
Right. Didn't even miss it, man. I mean, come on, man. I started to miss it after a while. Well, see, I ain't gonna miss it because, like I said, I'm gonna invoice it, man. It's 2020, you know. That's a good time. 2020.
2020.
20s, man.
Get your invoice on, bro.
There, man.
That's what it is. But yeah, shout out to you for being the first one to make it rain, throw that money. and just let her pick it up, bro. Like you started something and you didn't even realize it. Because you was cooler than a motherfucking fan in the video walking, dropped it and was like, and kept it pushing. I was like, this nigga is really on one. I have to admit, I dropped a couple 20s after that, but it wasn't like every show. It wasn't like every show at all.
Right.
But Seattle, born and raised.
Born and raised, man.
Born and raised, and you still up there.
Man.
You still up there?
Yeah, just a little suburb. It's called Tacoma. We just south of Seattle, you know.
I know where it's at.
Doing our thing down here in the 253.
Now, I done been up there a couple times. Cause Seattle is like Seattle in the Bay, Northern Cali is like one and the same up there. I've been up there with my brother Juice, with the Boys of Fully Movement. I've been up there with Messi before he lost his mind. You know, I've been up there a couple times with a lot of artists, and Seattle has always done nothing but shown love, bruh.
For sure. The Bay Area, man, that's our sister city, man. All them hills up there, y'all know about that. Y'all downtown look like ours, man. It's twin cities, man. It really does. It really is. Now, I'm trying to get Sacramento to look the same, but, you know, Lord Jesus. Yeah. Sacktown has been good to me over the years, man. I love Sacktown. I'm hearing that it was good to you because in the new single that you had with Westside, you mentioned Sac. And I was sitting up there listening to it. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Man. I was like, Sacramento. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. He put us in the song? I had to throw the Sacktown in there, man. I mean, you know, it's been good to me over the years, man. Bruh, first of all, because I got a lot of first of alls for you, bro. How is it I put your picture for the flyer for the show, and you done turned every one of the fans that I thought I might have had into sending me messages like, ooh, I had the biggest crush on him. I'm like, then you need to send him that. Don't be trying to. On my page, it's all about me. Leave me to where I'm at. Go get him. so that's love, man. That's love, man. Bro, it's a real honor sitting here with you because, I mean, if you really think about it, during the whole movement that was going on when cats didn't have it as easy as, I won't say easy, but as accessible as it is now, y'all was really putting the work in, and coming from Seattle, which was at that time unheard of in the music game. Like, how did that happen with you meeting Mix-a-Lot, and then all of a sudden saying, you know what, I want to put out my own shit with my partners. How did that come about? Yeah, man, it was, you know, more or less, me and Mix-a-Lot lived in the same neighborhood, man, you know, right across the street from Rainier Beach High School. Shout out to Rainier Beach High School. Shout out. Jamal Crawford, Nate Robinson, a lot of them cats came from, Doug Christie. Man, you know, it's like, you know, we live close to each other, and a lot of people didn't know that Mix-a-Lot his name was because of the fact that he was a DJ. Originally, he was a DJ, and that's why he went by Mix-a-Lot, Sir Mix-a-Lot, you know. And so he used to make mixtapes for people. When I say mixtapes, I mean an actual cassette tape, bro. Like, he would put music from records. He would mix records onto cassette tape for cats, man. And a lot of cats don't know how difficult that was at the time. You know what I'm saying, man? He put the mixtape in mixtape, man. You know what I'm saying? Like real, actual cassette tapes. And so you give him $10, a fresh, brand new tape, and he would put a whole bunch of homemade tracks on there, as well as, records that he bought from the record store. And so that's how I got to know him, was actually giving him my little money on my tape so I could get some new, all the fresh new cuts that he was coming out with, man. And so, you know, and then as I kind of followed him a little bit, man, I would try to just see if I could hang around, man, and he would DJ parties. I'd be like, man, can I come along? And I'd do anything to be around the music. So I really got my start just being around Sir Mix-a-Lot and being around the music. Okay, so now I'm reading from a Grand Mixer GMS here on it. You used to DJ too, bro? Yeah, I used to do a little DJing for him, man, and you know, man, I got on the wheels a little bit, man. I have my techniques, my 1200s, man. You know, man, class. Man, so. I still got mine in perfect. I refuse. I've had cats offer to throw me bundles for my tech. Right. Like, hell no, I'm not letting go of this history. Right, man. That, you know, if you can get your hands on techniques, and then especially, man, like cats that kept their 808s, their rolling 808s in the original condition, man. So Mix-a-Lot still has his tempo knob missing off of it. You know, mine, I don't have my humor, man, I'm ashamed to say, man, but yeah,
Mm.
man, when you can hang on to that original gear, man, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, but actually, the little partner Bruno Mars, he actually made it on his big ass album he just had. Like they told me that they went down to a basement somewhere and found all this equipment. He got the idea of like, because this whole album is off of live instruments, and a lot of cats don't even realize that. But when you really think about it, like when you go way back in history and you hear all these classics from the Temptations to hell, Tina Turner even coming that close, and you know, all the shit that Beyonce didn't play in movies.
Right.
You know, those were live instrument players. So like when we sampling for the hip hop, we sampling true greats that was good at their craft. Now,
Yes.
I sit up now and I listen to some of this. Not hating on a lot of the music today, not at all, but some of it just I'm like wondering what the hell is going on, because I grew up in the era where we wanted to be like the D-boys. We wanted the chains, the cars with the gold Daytons. We wanted all the clothes, the women, and we was getting it by, you know, slanging. These days, you're getting it because you're taking the dope. I don't get that. How is that cool? How is it cool to pop pills and not be in your body and fall out because you done drank too much lean? Like, what? You get so sleepy you forget to breathe? What the hell?
Man, it's so weird. It's like you said, man. Everything it seems like it's just done flipped on its side, right? Like
Right.
education, right? Our cats used to rap about, you know, getting their education, and since
Right.
kindergarten I prized the knowledge, and after 12th grade I went straight
Oh,
to college.
there it
right?
is.
And now we flipped it, and all of a sudden, man, cats that's got education, man, they looked at as corny, man, and these cats that can't finish a sentence is looked at as, oh man, yeah, he got bars, right? And then
Man.
cats, and now, man, cats take 5 words, right? They repeat it, throw some auto tune on it, and you got a hit. Hey,
Smash.
put that behind it, and you got a hit, man. And so, and don't get me wrong, man. I'm not trying to sound like the old head on his
No, I
on
get
his
that.
porch, yelling and going like, "Get off my lawn" to these little kids, right? Because I love the fact that these cats is doing what they do. But here's what I looked to add to the game with presently, past, and future. I
Okay.
really know that as one MC, and no one dude gonna come along and be like, all right, I'm about to change the game and we about to go back to what it was. No, but what I can do is add to the game and show the young cats that, hey man, you know, I'm gonna add the original elements of hip hop, from beats and rhymes to storytelling and hooks and bars and real musicianship and real craftsmanship. I put in the time and the effort and the energy into my craft so that my craft can sound right. And so that's what this album, Presently, Past, and Future, is about. That's what this Kid Sensation thing is about. It's like I'm saying to the young cats, yo, no, I'm not trying to tell you that your music is whack or that you're this and that. But here, take a peek at these bars and take a peek at what I'm doing here, man. I'm writing out 48s and 16s, and that I'm putting the music together, man. And we're actually giving you musicianship and choruses and
Right.
things that you can sing along to, and stories that take you somewhere. That's what the music was originally intended for.
Right.
And so I'm just bringing that back with a 2020 twist.
And it's crazy that you say all of that, because it's almost like it's a trend going on, because a lot of, I won't say old heads, but a lot of the older generation artists that was hot back then and they've been gone for a while, they're coming back, and like right now, bars is mandatory. You can't get away with this mumble shit no more. Like cats is really pulling your card on this.
Facts. And I think that it's important, man, that these cats, man, come back with these stories, because now they've got wisdom on the side, as well as these cats got bars. A lot of them, man, they pens are still sharp and they hitting you with it, man, you know. And that's the way that I came with this Presley Past and Future album, man. People gonna see when they hear this album, man, that the pen skills are still sharp. But then on top of that, what we're really trying to do is say, you know something, man, there's a value to this hip hop, man. There's a value to this sound. And there's a growing number of us. And it's not just cats like us. man, it's these young cats. Some of these young cats is like, man,
Right.
they go back and they hear what we're doing, and they're like, man, these dudes are dope.
Right.
And so it's really cool to be able to add that value to say, hey, man, listen, you know, there is more elements to hip hop that y'all are missing, man, and we gonna try to help y'all to see, and we gonna navigate y'all a little bit through this, man. This real craftsmanship, these real bars, these real, you know, elements of hip hop, man. So it's really cool, and there's a growing number of us that's clamoring for it, man. We're tired of hearing somebody just, hey,
you don't shut the hell up.
It's like, man, we want some depth, man. And I'm not trying to say all music is like that or whatever, but I'm just saying, man, that we have something to add to that. We got a voice, man, and we cats you ain't pushing us out to pasture, man, to just go lay to the side, man. There's some cats that's still relevant out here, man, that's still doing it.
Yeah, I mean, for the simple fact, you yourself, and then, you know, you got E40 down here, you got a lot of these cats. Like, I mean, it's undeniable. Like, you really have to. I mean, it was cool for a while. A lot of cats ate off of the mumble, and I don't even like calling it mumble. They ate off of this era's kind of rap style, and they did what they did. But I think it is time for bars and production and professionalism. Like, anybody can go online, buy the microphone with the little 5 pads. You got a laptop, you can put out an album. And they don't realize the hustle and grind when cats used to have to go and get that money by any means necessary. And when you went to the studio, it was all business because it was expensive for studio. Like, it wasn't no, like, laptop in the bathroom and your cousin rapping in the closet. Like, it was serious. Like, you came to the studio, you better be ready to go. Because we here for a certain amount of time, and I've already paid for this shit.
Facts. And, you know, you're right, man. I mean, when you lower the bar and the point of entry is so low, man, any and everybody can get into the game, man. So, you know, so a lot of the times, man, the quality level, man, has really, like, suffered, you know. I mean, I love the fact that people can express themselves and that the point of entry, you know, is accessible to allow certain cats that we may not have ever heard of if they never got that chance. But then on the same token, when you lower the bar, everybody's running in. And so the bottom line is that we're going to continue to bring the quality of hip-hop, and that's what I love about what you guys are doing, and you know, because it's like you guys show respect and show love, and you're going out and you're hearing all these MCs and you're telling their stories and you're sharing them and you're bringing them back and showing people like, yo, these cats are still relevant, these cats are still doing what they do. So show that respect to that, and that's what I love about the fact of what your guys' show is doing, man, is that you are bringing these stories, man, and showing the people that, yo, man, this is what really was, and don't discount it, man, and and understand what you're doing now came from this. It was birthed from that movement.
Right. So right. Thank you for that, by the way, too. So let's go ahead and get back to it. So we have a new album coming out. What's the name of it?
Presently Past the Future.
Presently Past the Future. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about that title. Where the hell did that come from?
So, man, that's it, and it's exactly what we have been just talking about, man, in terms of the past, man. You know, so we're here in the present, right? But we have to acknowledge the past, man. Hip hop, man, is such a rich culture, and it's not just music; it's a whole movement, right? And so we have to acknowledge the past.
Hip hop, first of all, hip hop, we spend the most money. I don't care how bad the situation is going on, COVID-19, Trump in the office, everybody going broke, everybody trying to get their little, you know, unemployment card going on. We are spending the most money. And without sounding too negative about it, everybody wants to be that rap artist. It's athletes that want to be hip-hop artists. Like, you know, Allen Iverson, Shaq. You have all these great athletes, multi-millions of dollars for doing something they love, and the one thing they want to do is they want to get on the mic and be like you.
Facts. I don't know if you know about me and Ken Griffey Jr. back in the day, you know, doing the track together, but
I remember that. Shit.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
And it's crazy, man. It's like when we would connect, I was more interested in baseball, man. I tried to go in the bat cage and hit, and that was not real successful, man. I see why them guys make the big bucks for hitting that little tiny ball
coming
at them at 90 miles an hour.
Like, I'm ducking
and
at 90.
On top of that, the bat cage can't put a curve and it can't make the ball have motion the way a slider will. So, I really got to appreciate. And, he got in the studio and was like, man, I see what it is, man. These bars, I had to write his bars for him, and he got in there and had to fumble through it and kind of find his way through it. But the bottom line is that cats really understand, man, there's an appreciation for when you're doing something at the highest level, man. So, yeah, you're right, man. Athletes and entertainers, we go hand in hand, man. But hip-hop, man, is just this beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful culture, man. And I love the fact that you bring the stories of the people who built the culture to these young cats so they can understand, because it's going to add value to them trying to maintain the culture and carry the baton and move it forward.
I really appreciate this because, from my first love of hip-hop till now, it can't be explained. Like, it's not something that you do, it's something you live. Like this is for real for me. So I try, like, I had the pleasure and the honor of interviewing MC Shan a couple weeks ago. And if you want to talk about being a pioneer, that dude, he was there in the beginning. So, here we are, 2020 on restriction, which sucks, by the way. But, like I said, it's a lot of older artists who were big back in the day. It was like, I'm going to sit back on my money now and I'm going to be good. They're like, you know what, I'm getting the bug again. Let me go ahead and put out some quality because they tired of hearing the bullshit too.
Come on, man. It's like we trying to see, it's like, man, that's what the heartbreaking part about this is when you see these young cats and they see that and that's all that they know and they really ain't tapped into these stories that you guys make, that you make a career out of selling and sharing these stories, man. It's so beautiful. That's what's going to add value to these guys because they don't even know, man. They think that this is all that it is, man. Hey. They think that that's all that there is to hip hop. But man, it's so cool that you guys tell these stories and bring like these MC Shans and these kind of cats. You bring them back and you say, yo, let me show you where all of this came from and the value that can be there if these cats is willing to dig a little deeper, man, and go into these bars and really bring that material and bring that raw.
Right. So when you came up with the idea of presently, past, future, that's right. Yeah. What were you doing to be like, you know what? I think I want to get back in the studio. I think I want to drop an album.
Grand Mixer, GMS just mentioned it, man, that Craig G, Public Enemy, Terry B, and me, as well, and several other artists are coming back. I don't know if you heard that new collab with Method Man, Snoop, and Dre. These cats, man, Cats is coming back because they like, man, it's almost like the return of the real, man. It's like we want to hear that original, authentic elements of hip hop coming forward with that 2020 on it, man. Can you put that stank on it and at the same time still bring all those elements to hip hop, man? And that's what I think, man, is starting to trend, and that's what people are trending towards, man. They want to hear them authentic elements of hip hop, man. When you listen to this Presently Past and Future album, I got this track called Stank Face that makes you just when you hear it, man. I mean, I got my dude Funk Daddy, who's produced for E40 and several others, man. He's scratching on the track, and I mean, I'm talking that old school Jazzy Jeff style,
which is a lost art these days.
Just killing it, man. I mean, he's bringing the old school scratching, the boom bap hip hop, but man, the bars are 2020, man. Your boy, man, I'm not, I know I'm a little biased talking about my own thing, but
speak
man,
on it, bro.
The pen, man, is on it, man. I mean, I'm putting them rhymes together and rhyming multiple times in multiple lines, like really, really making sure, man, that people understand that the penmanship has not left the building, man. We are about that penmanship and real lyrics and authentic bars, and the way that, man, we breaking this stuff down, man, I love it because it's gonna really make these little young cats take notice and say, man, we got to step our game up.
Right. Okay. Now, I have two songs. It was what was it? Hold on. I have Feeling Myself in West Side. Now, are there videos to these already, or?
There's a video to Feeling Myself. That one's on YouTube, man. And it was crazy. YouTube banned us, man. They because we put at the end of the Feeling Myself video, we put we put this little tribute to George Floyd and all that stuff. So at first they banned the video and would not let us use their advertising engine. And now we resubmitted it and everything. So now we're finally getting to actually promote the video.
Okay. So
it's a video to feel myself. Real cool video that we shot kind of quarantine style. We had all these people submitting footage of what they was doing on quarantine to feel themselves. And man, you got to see the video. Shouts out to Jamal Crawford, NBA superstar. Right. He's in the video. A couple others, Mix-a-Lot, a couple other cats. So yeah, man, check the video out, man. It's super dope, man. It's a fun video.
Okay. Now, how many songs is going to be on this new album?
There are 18 songs on the new album, so it's definitely a full meal deal, man. I ain't gonna skimp and short, man. I gave them a full album, so 18 tracks. Yeah. That West Side joint is on there, and several others, man, that are just fire, man. It's a great album, man.
Now, do you have any features that we can speak about on that album with you, or you just went ahead and put it all on your back and was like, I'm running through this?
Yeah. For the most part, that's what I did. But I do have Sir Mix-a-Lot on the album and the whole crew, Maharaji, Attitude Adjuster, all them. We did another kind of a posse on Broadway style track called Just Another Day in the City. I got Wands from Macklemore, who his track Thrift Shop. I'm gonna pop some tags. You do Macklemore. That's my shouts out to him. That's my boy. Wands that sung that hook, he sang the hook on West Side. So if you hear that, this is for my OGs from the West Side and turn it up and bump it.
That's him.
Right. That's Wands from Thrift Shop, man. Killing that hook, man. So man.
So you got a stacked album.
Shouts out to the Evening Experience too, man. Thanks, man, for jumping in, man.
Yeah, I see Jeff on there working hard for you, bro.
Yeah.
Jeff is a beast. Okay, so
Jeff's a beast, man. That's my guy.
When can we expect this greatness as it's finna hit?
So the release date of the album is October 16th. But you can go to kidsensation.com, and I'm still allowing people to pre-order the album, so you can get the album first week of October. So actually, man, a whole bunch of people got it. So I put out a limited edition actual physical CD, and those got zapped up real fast. Because you know what I'm saying, man, that's my audience. They want CDs. They don't want just downloads. So I put out a limited edition CD. So I made a few more of those available because those got snapped up real fast, man. And you already know I got you, man. You already know, man.
I need that. Now, don't play with me, bro, because Seattle ain't that far. It's 18 hours.
That's facts.
I will get a rental and come get my CD.
I gotta make sure you're right, man, because you know my address, man. You know where to find me, man. So I gotta make sure you're right.
Been up there playing for a while. So, but
plus, I already know you're gonna represent for me anyway.
You already know, man. That's what it is. Matter of fact,
put me all over the gram.
When you get off restriction, like the rest of us need to, please put in a call, send a smoke signal, a pigeon, whatever. If you want to come through, man, it's whatever day you can slide down in. I will leave church early with my mama to have you in the studio, bro.
Yeah, let's do it. Man, I'd love to, man. We're going to have to put something together with some of these artists and get a good little show.
I tell you what we can do.
Happen, man, so we can show these cats what we do.
Tell you what we can do, because I did Father MC's interview a few weeks back, too. He owes me a second part of it, but he was in the studio.
That's my guy.
Yeah, he coming out with another album, too, called Black Disney. Like, what?
Love it, man.
But Father, he was sitting in the studio. Somebody was dropping it, and he was doing the quick interview with me. He gets up and shows me this room where his studio is. First of all, the room looked like an auditorium. I'm like, this is in your house, nigga? Like, is this what you doing to me? Like, and then he walked outside, and there was this glowing light blue lake that he called a pool. And I was like, man, so when's the pool party? He was like, you'd be surprised, because we were going to do that right before. I said, well, I get my invite now that I'm here. He's like, for sure. So that's what we can do. We get off restriction. We can go to Father's MC to the pool party in all white. Like, I'm so going. I've been hitting him like, I'm still coming to the pool party. But it's cool though, man. Like, it's great,
man. Good peoples, man.
So, what was all your tours, all the performances, interviews, everything? What is the greatest experience you had when you was first getting on compared to now being on?
Man, I can't lie, man. The Straight Outta Compton tour and the Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em tour were two of the craziest tours that I was on. Oh, and the Public Enemy, the Bring the Noise tour. Those were crazy tours, man. I mean, those were legendary because I didn't even really realize it when I was on these tours. I was like, you kind of start to rub shoulder to shoulder with these cats, and you're like, okay, that's Chuck D, and okay, man, that's Hammer. All right, cool, Too Short, and NWA, and Ice Cube. All right, these cool. Then, man, you know how it is. As you look back on that, you're like, man, this was some legendary stuff I was on, man. I mean, those were some of the dopest moments, man. Watching that Straight Outta Compton movie come out, and then going, oh yeah, we were there that night, man, when them guys got arrested for doing F the Police. We were on that show. We opened that show. Or, oh man, some of these historic hip hop moments. Wow, watching the Public Enemy documentaries and going, man, fight the power. I remember when Chuck D and them, I was telling my family this story, man. So Chuck D, everybody back onto the stage, man, when they would do Don't Believe the Hype, and they would close their show. And I don't know how a microphone ended up in my hand, but somehow I had one of the microphones, and we out there, Don't Believe the Hype. Yeah, so the song is in it. Everybody that was on the show was on stage. But then, everybody kind of, okay, man, we done did our thing, and so everybody's kind of leaving the stage, and it should be just Public Enemy up there, but it's me and Flavor and Public Enemy still up there, and I'm still shouting, Don't Believe the Hype. And Chuck just loved me, man. So Chuck didn't throw me off the stage, and he would have been well within his rights to do so. Right. But man, Attitude Adjuster comes out there finally, man. It's like, man, bro, I think our part's done, man. So let's kind of. And I was like, oh man, I'm looking around, and there's nobody but Public Enemy and me still on the stage, man. So it was funny, man. We had some really crazy moments, man. I remember some of them talks, man, that Chuck D would have with me. We'd have breakfast together, man, and that dude would he would really break down things. I said, man, up here in Washington, man, just, if you go east of the mountains, man, we got the Klan out here, man. It's crazy out here. The racism. We're having real deep conversation about race. I said, man, you guys don't even have to deal with that in New York. He said, well, actually, man, we do. They just wear badges and carry guns, and they walk around our cities and call themselves police. And I was like, wow, man. Wow. I mean, Chuck used to drop knowledge on me, man, and we'd sit there and build and talk, and man, and that brother, man, he enlightened me on so many things, man. And shouts out to Chuck D, man, one of my good friends, man. And
somebody who I would love to meet one day.
TNT last night.
I would love to meet Chuck, because just to shake his hand, I think my IQ would go up with that.
Facts. That dude, man, so full of wisdom, man. He just turned 62, just passed his 60th birthday, man. So
don't even look
like he's 40.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude,
boy,
man,
when they say black
timeless,
don't crack,
man.
When they say black don't crack, I am so glad, so glad. But it is what it is. So we got 18 tracks. We drop it in October. We're gonna make these exclusive CDs that I'm gonna get my signed copy of.
For sure, automatic.
So when we get off restriction, do you already have your kites out there on? Okay, I'm gonna go on this tour. I want to be on that tour. I want to go to this city. I want to be in that city.
Man, to be honest, man, what the real goal is going to be to fire up our West Coast. So every performance, every video, every interview, everything that I'm gonna be taking, man, is gonna be on this West Side and pushing that song West Side and really lighten the West Coast back up, because you know how the West Coast was, man. You know where we were, man, in the 90s and the 2000s, man, and we was really, really on fire. And then all of a sudden, man, for us to just kind of like take a back seat and just sit down and let our G-Funk and let our West Coast just die off like that, man. We had Spice One, we had MC8, we had E40, we had Conscious Daughters, we had Paris, we had all these artists, man.
Ooh, you naming classics.
Smashing it, right? You know what I mean? From the Bay to Southern Cali, man, the West Coast was holding it down. And then we just walked away, man, like it, and just kind of didn't really like keep that, man. We had the pedal to the metal for sure, man. And then Dre and Snoop and California Love and all these things. I mean, we just had the West Side popping, and it's time, man, for the West to make another move that way. And I'm not trying to say that's no disrespect to the East or the South or anything else, but the West has a sound, man, that is all West Coast, and we need to put that sound back on. Right. So that's my goal, man, with West Side. That's my goal with this album, is to say, man, with the West, we gonna get our due, man. We gonna get our due.
Man, I'm so glad that it's somebody who finally said that and willing to put up. So whatever you need from me, because we got some artists out here in SAC that, they moments away from being able to just kick down the door. We got the Gatlin out here. We getting ready to drop 2 more albums from my brother just passed away, King Kahali. We got a lot of artists out here making noise from SAC to the Bay, and because we're in the situation we're in, we don't get the glamour that LA has, but motherfuckers realize we here. And I think when this COVID shit come out, because a lot of shit, what the COVID did for me was it really proved that when I was telling people that I was out here not sleeping, I was doing nothing but hustling and grinding on this, I haven't really lost any steps in everything that I'm pushing. But a lot of cats that was dropping like they rent money and leaning on other people's cars in the parking lot, and them motherfuckers had to fall off because you couldn't fake your hustle if you weren't getting anything to show. Like this really made people like, okay, I need to come better and way better because I can't really fake this now.
Facts. So, and we need to support these cats, man. That's the next wave, man. We need to show love to every single one of them cats you mentioned, man. We need to be showing love, and when they like, yo, man, hey, OG, man, we want to get a feature from you, or this, that, and the other, man. Show that love, man. I don't. A lot of times, man, if cats is like, man, I just want you to get a feature from you, and this is what we need, and they need the bars. I'm like, man, let's just do it. But you ain't gotta worry about whether you can pay my price tag or that. Let's just get it done, man. What you trying to do? Let's get it done, because it's about the music, man. Like at some point in time, us artists have to understand that this music is not all about us and what we can get from the business, man. Like everybody wants to come on. I want to get on, man, so I can get paid. I can get this. I can do this and that and the other. I can get me the big crib and I can have the big chains or whatever, But at a certain point, man, you have to have a shift in your mindset to say, hey, listen, it's not about what hip-hop can do for me. It's about what can I do for hip-hop? What can I put in the business? How can I serve the people that listen to my music? And, a lot of the things that I've done with my music, from removing a lot of the profanity and from, telling stories and being real with my music and telling, man, I got a song called I Bet You Won't, where I talk about spousal abuse, and I talk about what my mother went through and what I went through as a child, watching my mother be abused. And the hook of the song is, I bet you won't hit my mama now, I got a little bit older. Because if you pull that ish again, you better look over your shoulder, Right. And it's because we've all gone through so many things and so many experiences in our life, man. And it's hard to talk about that stuff. And as men, a lot of times we try to stuff all that stuff so we can just talk about, oh yeah, man, I'm on and I'm this and I'm that and the other. But it's like, man, this album, I took some time to get real and raw about life, about love, about hurt and pain, about just all these different things, and tell some real stories, man, because we all going through it, man, from COVID to this crazy, racism and all this stuff that we dealing with, and this all these politics and all this stuff. We going through things, man. Let's talk about these things and let's be real.
Right. And I think I completely agree with that, because I'm sure that your mother was not the only one who's been through spousal abuse. So it's going to be a whole tribe of cats who went through that, saw that, and then be like, he's really talking some real shit. So now you're not just creating fans, you're creating family, because they identify what you're doing. And I think that's what's missing. Like a lot of cats, these days is talking about they got this and they got that and they got this shiny and they got that Bentley and they got this Rolls and they got that mansion, and they live in a small little apartment complex in the back of the hood that you wouldn't even drive your car through, kind of thing. But now, like, cats is really coming through telling real stories about, this is what I went through. Let me go ahead and say this. And somebody's going to identify with it, and they're going to rock with me, kind of thing. And I think that's what's so neat, because, in the beginning of hip-hop, that's what it was. You rapped about the hard times, and, it came through to the 90s and the 2000s, and we were still rapping about hard times and how we was trying to get it. The shit now, I tell you, let's take this Xanax and drink this whole bottle of lean. I don't get that. I just don't get it. But, that's not my place. Cats are talking about what they know, and obviously somebody's identifying with them because it's still going on. But god damn, I need some real shit. I need real
facts. And the thing is that we understand, man, what we rocking with, man, when we look at this whole situation, man. the devil is fooling us all, man, into believing that all these shiny trinkets that they promise us is the end all of the game, right? To make it look like this is what your goal is, this is what you're chasing. And you know, we all know that if you don't stumble into a few dollars in your life, man, that you know, money can buy you a few things. It can get you a couple of comforts, but money ain't the end all, man. I mean, you know, that's why there's rich people that throw themselves off of bridges just like there is poor people, you know. I mean, the bottom line is that, man, when you start really defining what your purpose is, man, and people start chasing that purpose, and your purpose is very seldom found in what you do for yourself. It's always going to be built around serving the needs of others and caring about and loving on other people, man. And so people have got to realize, man, the more that this world is selfish about I and about me, and like you was talking about, man, people just trying to be on for the sake of look at the spotlight on me, and you know, the devil done turned this whole thing upside down and got us, instead of us telling our stories, being real, being authentic, instead we take the stuff that is ugly and we done turn that into what's cool. The stuff that's negative, we done turn that into what's cool. It used to be like, man, the rappers would go off on people that was taking drugs. Like, man, we don't do dope, we don't do this is what we do, and whatever. We try to get educated, we trying to lift ourselves up out of poverty, whatever. And now cats is like, you know, yeah, man, I just popped a half a Xan before I jumped onto here, and this is, you know, it's like, man, I mean, they glorify the stuff that we used to say, man, like, right? The women now, it's like, instead of them rapping about, you know, trying to say, hey, we trying to be on, we trying to be strong. Queen Latifah, how she would put this image out, you know. Now the women is like, listen, I do it all, and this is what I do, and you know, because these things sell, and the industry knows that. So the industry takes those people that are willing to sell themselves to that, and says, hey, you know what? We'll put a lot of money behind you because sex and violence and drugs and all those things make us money. And as long as we can keep y'all at each other's throats, tearing each other down, and stopping each other from reaching your potential, and doing all these destructive things, we got you. We good.
That's
and
real.
We paid for it.
So when we gonna get this Kid Sensation knowledge book? Because the way you talking, bro, you need to go ahead and put this on paper.
Man, that's facts. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm just finished writing my second book. And the book is called Kings.
Okay.
Young men discovering their purpose and shaping their destiny. Because I was a young man who grew up without a father, that didn't teach me the basic things, the basics, man. How to balance a checkbook, how to pay your bills, how to say, hey, man, interest. You don't just go buy stuff, man. Calculate the interest. Who didn't say, hey, here's how you respect women. Here's how you respect yourself. Here's how you make solid decisions and put your money away instead of being a fool trying to be flashy. Here's how you take the time and put your money away so you can build a future. I didn't have a father to tell me that. So I wrote kind of a little bit of a playbook, and this book is called Kings, to teach these young men who they are and who they can be and who they can become if they're willing to just simply take a few pieces of little nuggets of wisdom, man. And it's really cool, man. Like the last chapter of the book, man, I got all these people, celebrities and entertainers and then even doctors and lawyers and real estate people and all this. I asked them all the same question. I said, if you could go back and give these are all successful men, if you could go back and give your high school or young adult self one piece of advice, what would it be and why? And the answers to the questions, man, is just fascinating, man. It's beautiful, and it's what I love, man. I'm passionate about helping young men and helping young men to be the best that they can be.
Okay. I gotta go get that book. What was the name of that book again?
The book is called Kings. It is not out yet. I know I'm talking about all these things that ain't quite out yet, but it's because of COVID, man. We had the book release, we had everything set up, man, and I couldn't even do a book launch, couldn't even do an event, man. So we've held it back. The book is still finished. It's ready to go. I mean, I've got physical copies of it, babe. You want to see if my wife can hand me a copy of that book? It's around somewhere. I'm gonna show it to you before we get off the line. But yeah, man, you know, it's about, man, building in every way that we can and adding our wisdom to these young people, man, and trying to make them great.
Okay, so I'm expecting a book tour. So when we do this book tour, you come in the sack with it, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna need to get my autographed book. I'm gonna go ahead and put my little.
We're gonna do that. Man, Sacktown has shown me so much love, man. There's no way I can avoid that place, man.
We show all kind of support and love, and we once we realize the powerhouse and the power that we have as the city of Sacramento, we will be so ahead of the game, and we will be so ahead of the game because we support others. If we would support our own mud like we support people out of town, it'd be crazy. But some cats are too cool for school. And that's everywhere, but I'm here, so I'm talking about here. So that was my whole concept with coming up with Hype Radio. Like, I used to be with a radio station back in the day called 103.5 The Bomb. And everybody used to always complain about the radio stations not showing love and they don't show support and they don't do this like the Bay or Atlanta or whatever. I'm like, you got to understand it, because being in radio, I understand the concept now, because if I take an artist like E40 and I put him in an arena, I'm going to sell out the arena. But if I put rapper number whatever from Sacramento, I can't put 5 people in the building. So why would I play your song on a radio station? So now with that, I'm now giving you a platform. Come sit down with me. Let's talk about your music. Let's talk about where you're from. Let's talk about your push. Let's talk about if hip-hop could open the door for you, what would you want to do? And you'd be surprised, bro. It's like, it's a fight. It's really a fight to get people to come on here and do it. I tell people, send me MP3 format. I get every goddamn thing but an MP3 format. I don't understand it. Like, what did I say wrong? Like, it's an MP3 format, you fucker. Like, God. But, I'm working it out. I'm finding a little bit more patience. I'm trying my best. But sometimes I'll be like, oh, my God, somebody just smack your mama for that shit. Like, I just don't get it.
Professionalism, young cats, that's what we need, man. Come on, man.
It's
you
all
gotta
it
have
is.
Professionalism, man. You gotta be able to say, hey, listen, step my game up, do what I have to do, and come on, man. Professionalism, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Man. That's my Shadow Promotions out there, South by Southwest. He on there right now. Oh, there's the book. Okay.
As promised, man.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. So in that book, do you mention things like opening the doors or being able to eat from certain trays, or every man in the world should have at least one black suit in the closet?
Facts, man. Oh, man, I talk a lot about those kind of things, man, just in terms of being the type of man that can be respected, but at the same time not come off corny and whatever the case is, man. But you can still have that cool factor, but yet you can come off and be respected, and you can still come off and be educated, and just showing young men, man, basically it's like a whole collection of things that you said, man, if somebody would have told me this when I was 21, 22, 23, my life sure would have looked different. And that's what I want young men to get out of this when this launches, man. So people can follow me at Kid Sensation, and follow me at Cola Music, XOLA Music, but also at Kid Sensation. And go to kidsensation.com. If you don't remember any of the hashtags, it's that simple. Go to kidsensation.com and you catch up with me on all my social media and all that stuff there. But the bottom line is that, man, once this project launches, man, I want people to just be well aware of it. And I'm definitely gonna come back and holler at you and visit with you, man, and we'll talk and dive deeper into that as well. So, man, like I say, man, there's so many good things that are just happening with my crew and with the people that are around me, man, and they're just building me up to be the best man that I can be, and to use every gift that I got, from the writing, man, to the speaking. I've been doing a lot of speaking to youth and things of that nature. Been doing schools and all that kind of thing, because it matters to me, man, to deposit back into these young people.
Okay, so I'm expecting a black high school tour then here.
Facts, man. Facts. Get out there in the colleges, get out there in the high schools, man. Just talk to these young people. Listen, and I'm not the type of person, man, I'm not super pretentious, man. I'll sit down and talk to one person. I'll talk to 1,000. I've talked to 10,000. For me, it's about showing the love, man, and the compassion towards people, man. It's about making people better 1, 10, 100, or 1,000, or 1,000,000 at a time.
Right. Well, yeah. I'm excited about getting off restriction, being able to see all those things you talked about come to light, because I've never heard of anybody. I had to get my education on how to do and what to do from my mother. I wish I'd have got that credit talk, but I'm working on that. But I talk to a lot of young cats who know me, who come up under me, and I give them what I've learned. So I've never heard anybody talk about even writing a book on a situation like that. So shout outs to you, because that's big. That's real big.
Yeah, yeah.
So but so we got the new album that's gonna be presently, past, future.
Presently past
There it
future.
is.
Yes,
Presently
sir.
past
Got
future.
it, baby.
18 tracks dropping in October. We got Kid Sensation from C-Town, Seattle, up there on the corner of the West Coast. Bruh, it has been an honor. A real honor. And I'm still coming for that hat. It's been an honor being able to sit up and talk to you and get all this knowledge from you. I have a lot of people who've been asking questions, but unfortunately, we coming to the end of this. Could you please let the world know how to get a hold of you if they want to do some music, they want to book you for the book signing, they want to go ahead and get that bus together, bring you down to Sacramento, do the tour, everything, please.
I'll keep it real simple, man. Just kidsensation.com. You'll find everything there. Man, I got my new logo merch there. All the albums, all 7 of my albums are available. The book is going to be available. Everything is at kidsensation.com. But if you want to jump on the socials right now, get me. I'm at Kidsensation, with the Facebook and, of course, on the gram. And then as well, Cola Music. So XOLA Music is also my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can catch me there, man. I put all sorts of content videos out there, man. And for me, my life is about adding value to people, man. And the music game has been very, very, very good to me, man. It has taken me all over the world, man, and it's taken me, to many, many, many places. And I've met so many cool people, and I have so many great relationships due to the music business, man. And I have a relationship with you, my brother. I mean, it's amazing what the music business has shown me. So now it's time for me to turn around and pay that legacy back, man, to everyone else, man, and share the love, man. So yeah, hit me up there, kids.
You got great. Well, I'm inspired now. I'm inspired on this. Like, I got a whole new love. Well, I'll tell you, if y'all out here in Sacramento, you better hit me, because Kids Sensation got me kind of feeling kind of cool on trying to help everybody. You better reach out now, because this is going to probably wear off. But, I hope not. But, hey, Brad, it's real talk. I appreciate you taking the time out to speak to me, giving me some of the knowledge, giving some of my listeners a lot of knowledge. I really appreciate you following me on the gram at Hype Radio is Real. I appreciate the drops. We gonna work on them. We gonna get them in the system. And trust me, the songs that I've gotten, the 2 that I have right now, they are going in rotation. So they are gonna be played from here to the end of time, as far as I'm concerned. So yes, all day, Brad, all day. So once again, bro, I really appreciate you. Man, like I've been cheesing, because I got to talk to the Kids and say the Teenage Lady Killer. Like,
man, I love it.
People can't say that. It's not too many people who can say it. So I do appreciate you, bro. But before we get cut off on the gram, because they only allow me so much time, I do appreciate it. People who've been watching, I appreciate you tuning in. This has been the Spotlight on hype-radio.com. I've been speaking with the Teenage Lady Killer, Mr. Kid Sensation from C-Town. Brother, thank you. And when you come out here, please, please, please hit me up, bro. I got some. I got you. It's good.
Absolutely. Hype-radio.com, y'all.
Appreciate
West
it.
Side.
Be at you, bro.
What we do.